explosion has rocked downtown Sun Prairie.
Could see flames. You could see a lot of smoke.
There was this big boom, and it knocked me to the ground.
You can see a group of about a dozen people who have been displaced. Lost everything that day.
So sorry.
We have learned within the last hour, one of those members died fighting the fire.
That firefighter's name is Corey Barr.
You have never met a more devoted father.
Luckiest girl in the world to have met someone like him.
We will continue to build strength with Corey's legacy in our hearts.
It has been just a great outpouring of support.
We really need the power of the community to help out.
1 week ago today, the Sun Prairie community was forever changed after an explosion rocked downtown. A gas line leak led to a fatal explosion that killed Captain Corey Barr of the Sun Prairie Fire Department and injured several others. The explosion destroyed several buildings in the heart of downtown and damaged many others. Some of those businesses started to reopen over the weekend. Many people in area communities are wondering how they can help those affected by the explosion. Right now, News 3 is hosting an all-day telethon to benefit the Disaster Relief Fund. Our Danica Lewis is here to tell us more about it over in the phone bank. Danica.
Well, hi there, Mark. I know we're talking about a very sad situation, but I have to smile because as of right now, we have raised more than $34,000 for the people of Sun Prairie. I want to give these people all of the credit here. These volunteers continue to take your calls and donations today, all of which are going to go to the Bank of Sun Prairie's Disaster Relief Fund. That means 100% of the money that is donated here will stay in the community. That helps the families of the firefighters, the nearly 60 people still out of their homes, food pantries and nonprofits in the area as well. Now, we just got an update a couple hours ago from Sun Prairie Police saying only 2 of the 24 or so businesses downtown are actually still being able to open due to the investigation and all the damage. So here's how you can make a difference. You see the phone number on your screen there. It's 274-4000. Again, 274-4000. Call that number. A lot of volunteers I've met here today have personal ties to this community. They live there. They work there. They go to school there. One woman was actually childhood friends with Captain Corey Barr, the firefighter who died in the explosion. She was on earlier this morning, I should say. So this telethon will continue through News 3 at 10, that broadcast. So call when you can and give what you can. Again, 274-4000. Also have links up over on channel3000.com. Mark, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Danica, pretty amazing. $34,000.
$34,000.
Thank you, everyone. And one of the things that struck people today, Sun Prairie's police chief, and said on our morning show that he can't think of a tougher day for his city, nor has he seen a more impressive response. And again, we thank all of you for being part of that. We are doing the all-day Sun Prairie Strong Telethon with our partner, the Bank of Sun Prairie. Our Susan Simon is in Sun Prairie today. She joins us live from outside the bank downtown. Good afternoon, Susan.
Hi, Mark. Boy, that number is incredible. Thank you, everyone who's helped us so far. The Bank of Sun Prairie is part of the foundation and the heart of this community. It's been here for 121 years, and for all of them since 1897, it has had a branch downtown on Main Street in Sun Prairie. That branch will be closed. It's still within the perimeter where the fences are up, but I've heard good news. It may reopen tomorrow. But it has been a challenging week for the business community. And joining me today is Neil Steckschulte. He is the economic director for the city of Sun Prairie. Wonderful to see you, Neil. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for being out here, and thank you for being a host for this event. We sure appreciate it.
It's been a week. How are you doing? Are you have you exhaled a little bit yet, or are you sort of still in disbelief?
We have exhaled a little bit. Obviously, from a city perspective, essentially we're starting to transition now from more of a public safety and emergency mode, starting to get more into a business recovery mode and trying to get some resources lined up for those businesses who've been impacted by this event. So a little bit more normal. We're in our wheelhouse and what my department's certainly used to doing. So obviously getting those resources and getting those folks back in and running is going to be top priority in the coming weeks.
You have done such an amazing job with the revitalization of downtown Sun Prairie. It's been incredible. The Cannery Row area, everything. How big of a hit do you think this is going to be for downtown?
I think certainly the immediate shock is going to be probably pretty significant. I think folks are certainly concerned with the inability to get downtown, to even can't even drive through right now with the detour, and folks can't get around there. So certainly I think there was some really off the bat, certainly from a
Talking with the bank president of the Bank of Sun Prairie from downtown Sun Prairie. Let's go live now to Josh Barker. He's at Culver's, where a fundraiser is also going on in Sun Prairie. Josh, you there?
Yeah, Mark, that support has been nothing short of incredible here in Sun Prairie today. We're actually at the Culver's location where they're going to be giving a portion of the sales today to those families affected. And right now, I'm joined by the manager here, Dwayne Sprecher. And Dwayne, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing, just the lines here. That's got to be incredible for you to see.
Well, it's a controlled chaos. We've got probably 30 team members working on it, and it's taken a little longer today for the orders, as you can see with the lineup. But it's for the greatest cause around. I mean, we hate to have to do something like this, but when something comes up like this, we react.
So you guys are actually giving 50% of the sales to two of the families affected by this?
Yes, 50% of all our sales for the day.
And, seeing the line, the line wraps around here. There's a line of cars going down the road. That has to be something for you as the manager to really see you guys are making an impact.
Yep, it's truly been a blessing coming into the community here. I've been here about 10 years with the location's been here longer, but I've been here about 10 years, and the community support is just phenomenal in Sun Prairie.
And what made you guys want to do something like this? What was kind of speaking to you guys and putting an event on like this?
Well, it's all about helping in the community, and when you lose a life trying to protect us, it means a little bit more. So we thought, what better way to help the families that much more by inviting the public to come on in and get some great Butterburgers and frozen custard.
Sounds good to me, Dwayne. We appreciate your time. We're going to let you get back to work.
Great. Thank you.
So again, Mark, 50% of the sales today are going to be going to the Ryan Welch and the Corey Barr families. That goes through the end of the day today, and we've even got Craig Culver. He's actually back there working himself. He's busy. He's got the apron on, running around here, sweating just like everyone else. So really just a sight to see. Definitely feeling that Sun Prairie strong. Mark, back to you.
Yeah, it is quite a lunch crowd you got going there, Josh.
Yeah, Mark, my photographer, he actually got his a little bit earlier, just before the crowds. Around 10:15, people were already lining up. So really cool to see.
Yeah, that is very cool to see. Josh, thanks very much. Reporting live from Sun Prairie. Now, Dave Caulfield is here.
Yeah.
With a look at our weather. Great day today.
Yeah, and I'm glad the weather could cooperate for all the festivities going on with this telethon and everything like that. Live look in Madison, the WISC-TV Skycam showing those mostly clear skies, lots of sunshine, north-northeast wind at 8 miles per hour in Madison, temperature at 77 degrees, 79 in Lone Rock, 82 in Boscobel, 81 in Janesville. Dew points are in the mid-50s, so very comfortable air. Wind speeds out of the north at about 8 to 15 miles per hour for today. Your forecast first, we're looking at temperatures falling through the 70s as we head into this evening, but highs should reach about 80 degrees today. We'll be in the 60s overnight and actually dropping into the 50s with possibly some patchy fog as we head into the overnight hours. When I come back in just a few minutes, we'll talk about when storm chances return to the area in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Boy, a 1 to 10 scale, this is a 12.
Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful day out there.
Yes.
All right, Dave, thanks. We'll check back in a few minutes. Madison water utility crews are repairing a water main break on the city's west side. It happened around 9:30 this morning near the intersection of Midtown Road and Pleasant View Road. The City of Madison website says a contractor hit a 12-inch high-pressure water main this morning. Officials say the break could be fixed within the next 2 to 4 hours. A woman was rescued after falling between the lift and stationary parts of the Menasha Bridge earlier this month. Here's video of that incident. The 37-year-old Menasha woman was riding her bike over the Racine Street Bridge on the 4th of July and managed to swerve through the barricades and fall through the crack. The bridge was up for boat traffic. Luckily for her, some bystanders were able to pull her to safety. She was taken to the hospital for her injuries. Police say alcohol was a factor. Well, there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The taste of a long-baked favorite without turning on the oven. If you think that sounds good, just wait until you see what it is. Now that we're in the dog days of summer, the last thing we want to do is turn on our oven, right? Well, of course, right. But on the other hand, it can get pretty boring eating salads all summer long. The answer? How about making a fill-you-up comfort food favorite that's made in your slow cooker? We start by sauteing Italian sausage along with a chopped onion and some garlic. While that finishes up, we mix together some ricotta cheese with a couple of beaten eggs, a good amount of shredded mozzarella, some Parmesan cheese, and some oregano. Then, after lining the bottom of our slow cooker with some spaghetti sauce, we add in half of the cooked sausage, half of the ricotta mixture, and half a pound of uncooked ziti that we rinsed in cold water. That allows us to throw it in without cooking it first. After layering everything one more time, we finish it off with more sauce and cheese. Then we simply turn on the slow cooker and walk away. When it's done, what we end up with is a slow-cooked, comforting favorite. There's no heating up the kitchen and no need to rush home to make dinner. It's ready to serve whenever your gang is ready to dig in. To get the recipe for our slow-cooked baked ziti, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a slow-cooked summer way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Coming up on News 3 at noon, we'll have your midday and stock numbers, and plus a less humid day across southern Wisconsin. Dave Caulfield has your first alert forecast when we come back.
It makes us feel really good to know that there's so many people that care, even people that don't have the history here, that they would be here for us and help us all stay strong.
Welcome back to News 3 at noon. I'm Danica Lewis, live in our Sun Prairie Strong Telethon area. I can tell you that we have had donations pouring in since the start of this noon hour, half hour, I should say. These volunteers have been hand ready to go on the phone, waiting for your calls. You may remember 1 week ago, this is all because of that deadly explosion, destroying parts of the downtown area of Sun Prairie, killing a firefighter. So from the start, our viewers have asked, what can we do? So today we can ask you one thing, and that is to call the number on your screen, 274-4000. Give what you can, when you can, and all of the money raised today will go into a fund at the Bank of Sun Prairie that will go directly toward helping families and business owners affected by that explosion. We have now raised, I can confidently say, more than $35,000 for that community. Again, 274-4000. Mark, we will send it back to you.
That is awesome. Thanks for those numbers, Danica. Let's check numbers on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial's up 47 points. The NASDAQ up 44. Let's go to the Q106 Farm Suite now. Farm Director Pam Yankee with the Ag News on this Tuesday. How are you?
Yep. Good. Maybe we have a little bit of good karma going on because of this event that we've got going on. My market numbers are up on the midday as well. Corn, beans, and wheat, and we haven't seen that in quite a little while. Dairy markets are a little bit in flux. As far as what's going on with our dairy trade, we do want to let Wisconsin dairy farmers know you got the biggest piece of the pie when it comes to the 2018 Margin Protection Program payments. USDA released the numbers, and in the state of Wisconsin, our dairy farmers got $36.8 million out of a total of $155.3 available. So 24% of all the Margin Protection Program money coming to the state of Wisconsin. That is a lot more than any other state that's got dairy. Minnesota, just a little over $15 million. New York, just a little over $15 million. States like California, where the dairy herds are generally a little bigger, they only picked up about $7 million in support there. So, like I said, Wisconsin definitely getting the biggest numbers as far as dairy is concerned. I did hear from a few folks that said they're still waiting on the checks. Well, it does take time to get that much money going in the right direction, so try to be patient, but I'm trying to also make sure we're following through to get any ideas on what's going on with software glitches cleared up for you. So as far as other agribusiness news is concerned, our Wisconsin corn and soybean crop continues to capitalize on the heat. Things looking pretty good in the latest crop progress report. Barrel cheese in Chicago today dropped 4 3/4 cents to $137.5. 40-pound block cheese unfortunately down 3 3/4 cents at $152 3/4. The AA butter today, though, that was up 1 1/4, $2.25 1/4 per pound. So, like I said, a little good karma for our corn, beans, and wheat. Obviously, some good news for the Wisconsin dairy population with that Margin Protection Program money, but our product price is still a little bit on the soft side. But still, we'll run with the good karma today and hope that my Wisconsin farm families will remember how they depend on those emergency services, barn fires, tractor accidents, things like that.
Absolutely.
Maybe pitch in if you can.
Those volunteer fire departments are so vital to our communities. All right, Pam, thank you.
You bet.
Dave is here now with a look at the weather. It can't get much better.
Oh, yeah. With summer days like this, we don't want it to ever end. When we get the humidity, that's a little bit of a different story.
80's not bad without humidity.
Oh, absolutely. With dew points in the 50s, we'll take this any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Visible cloud track showing any clouds are well off to the east or to the south and west as well. A batch of thunderstorms going through portions of Nebraska into Kansas and Iowa, Missouri right now. But that's about it. We're really not seeing any of that across Wisconsin into Minnesota. We are pretty quiet right now. Quiet, cooler, and definitely dry outside. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, that's a pretty picture right now. The almanac for today, forecast high of 80 degrees. That is actually a little bit below average for this time of year. Remember, normal is about 82, and that's actually a welcome change because most of the days so far in July have been a little bit above normal, at least when you factor in that average temperature. We're about 3 degrees above where we should be with that average temperature in the month of July. Lots of time to go, and in fact, over the next 4 days or so, I do think we'll be a little bit below average, especially as we head into Thursday and Friday, folks, because that's when our storm chances return. We'll have the clouds in town, and temperatures really not getting above the mid-70s on Friday, so that's going to feel a little bit better. However, we do have some humidity coming back for Friday. Right now, temperatures are in the 70s, a few 80s showing up, like 82 in Boscobel, 79 in Platteville, and 79 in Mineral Point, 77 in Madison, 56 the dew point in Madison. That feels very nice. Even some 40s showing up on our dew point map. That's always a good thing, and actually feeling even better than this time yesterday when that cold front was coming through in the humidity department. Now, high pressure dominates the weather pattern over the next couple of days. We don't have to worry about rain or storms until we get to Thursday, especially as we head into Thursday afternoon. That's when I think those storm chances will start to ramp up once again. High pressure well off to the east by this time. And so we do start to see those storm chances go up a little bit. Future track will show that as well. But over the next couple of days, temperatures heading right to around 80 degrees during the afternoon and during the morning hours dipping into the 50s. So very comfortable sleeping weather. Just a few clouds, maybe a few more clouds on Wednesday. Then into Thursday, our low pressure system gets close enough to spark those rain chances up once again. So your 7-day forecast, let's take a quick look at it right now. We're looking at temperatures heading back into the 80s for Saturday and Sunday. Some slight shower chances on Saturday, but dry for Sunday and Monday. We are back into the 70s into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So definitely could be a lot hotter for the middle of July, that is for sure. So when we get this sensational summer weather like we are going to over the next couple of days, we'll hang on tight.
Hang on tight. We had enough heat and humidity for a while.
Exactly. Mother Nature, come on, feel bad for us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ma Nature. Thank you, Dave. A reminder, News 3 is holding a telethon right now for benefit disaster relief fund for the victims of the Sun Prairie explosion. Volunteers are standing by to take your calls. 274-4000 is the number to donate. We'll be right back.
News.
A reminder, News 3 is hosting an all-day telethon to benefit the Disaster Relief Fund. If you'd like to donate, the number to call is 608-274-4000. We are partnering with the Bank of Sun Prairie to raise money to benefit the businesses and families impacted by the tragic explosion up in Sun Prairie. The Bank of Sun Prairie Disaster Relief Fund the money goes directly to families in need, the Sunshine Place and the food pantry there. So far, we've raised over $35,000 in just 8 hours of work, but we have a lot more work to do. Again, that number to call, 274-4000. Volunteers are standing by to take your calls. They're all busy on the phone right now. That is great to see. And Dave, speaking of great, this weather.
Yes, this weather is fantastic with low humidity, lots of sunshine. Temperatures in the 70s right now for this afternoon. Mostly sunny and pleasant. Highs will be in the low 80s, north wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Similar day tomorrow with just a few more clouds.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for calling. Remember to call into the telethon. We'll see you back here at 4.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.